Hi everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel. I'm very excited about today. Are you excited?
No, definitely. It's a very important topic actually.
Yeah, so today we'll be talking about what to do in your single season. And we're not experts, we're not dating experts, single season experts, but we're going to talk about what we did in our single season and how that helped us prepare for our dating and now our engagement.
Yeah, and I think it's important because a lot of people are always, thinking about, the next person and stuff, but they haven't sat down and thought about, what do I actually need to do in this current season I'm in. So yeah, I think it's a very important topic for me.
Yeah. And before we start though, I'd really like to say thank you so much to everyone who's been subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting. It's always fun like reading the comments and seeing all the love that we've received. Like we've been well received and we're so thankful for our YouTube community, our virtual community. And we're so grateful. So please continue to subscribe, like, comment and share.
Yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for the engagement in previous videos and looking forward to this one and other videos in future.
Yeah. So I think the first thing that I would say is pray, because honestly, like I really prayed a lot for my future spouse, but I was also like praying for contentment as well in the season that I was in before, So I joined this, there's this couple, Jamal and Natasha Miller. They have a prayer for your future spouse annually. Like it's 5-day prayer. And I joined it since first year. Bruh.
Yo.
So I prayed for you, okay? So you basically, it's like you pray like on day 1, you're praying for like them to know their purpose.
Yeah.
Day 2 is their relationship with God. Day 3 is like there's purity. Day 4 is like friendship. So like it's like different things that you're praying for your future spouse, because like you also want to be specific about what you want in your future spouse. You want to tell God those things, because I really believe that he's a God of details, right? Like he cares about those things that we care about. So I would definitely say like pray for your future spouse and your future together, like your marriage, your relationship. Like tell God what you want, like all those things, like write it down. Pray without ceasing, like just pray about that, but also like pray for contentment in your current season, because sometimes the prayer thing can lead you to idolizing marriage and idolizing relationships. So there's a very like a thin line. So I'd say pray for your future spouse, but also pray for contentment in your current season.
So when you say pray, like what exactly like are you praying for? Like are you just saying, oh, he must be rich, he must be 6 foot tall, he must be dark, he must be handsome? Like are those things, what kind of things like do you pray for in that season when you're in? Like you can't just say, pray, because people have a lot of things that they want in a partner. They want a partner to be a millionaire until they have like 10 rand in their bank account. so what do you pray for?
I think, I honestly think that when you pray for things that are in the will of God, then chances of God answering those prayers are great, because it's like in the will of God. So qualities that I prayed for was like God-fearing, responsible, like financially stable, and like wanting to be working towards, wealth, because that's something I want as well. But I was also not praying for some things that I'm not. You know what I'm saying? So I think this leads us to the second point, which is be who you're praying for.
Yeah, I think it's more aligned to trying to live life and try and find your purpose. Because normally what happens, the one of the reasons why people break up or people get divorced is because of dramatic changes in their lives, where I marry you but you still don't know who you are, and then you realize that who you are doesn't align with who I am. So I think also live life and try and find your purpose. Like I found you doing all those things, and if you're just sitting at home doing nothing for your life, we would never have been here where we are. So I think try and live your purpose and try and be that which you want your partner to be, because saying that you want a rich partner, you want a partner with that drives a Range Rover, but you don't at least work as hard as them, then you put pressure on them. And sometimes maybe you don't even understand them, because lots of people say, oh, I want a rich guy, but are you up for the hours that rich guys normally work? Are you up for the sacrifices that he needs to work to make in order to become rich? So I think, try and be that which you want your partner to be.
And I feel like purpose is kind of a far-fetched idea. Like when you say, live your, find your purpose, like that for me is intimidating. I don't even know, you know what I mean? So I think what we mean by that is find what you love and do that. You don't have to wait for someone to be in your life for you to travel, for you to get fit, for you to go to school, for you to work, for you to buy a car. You don't have to wait for a significant other for you to do all those things, or to discover you like speaking or interviewing people and do Instagram lives. Purpose is so airy fairy, but you can do just find what you love and do those, take steps towards doing those things.
And I think the important thing with that is when you find your what drives you or your purpose, then you become an individual. So when you get into a relationship and you don't know who you are, then you get your get your identity or validation from the other person. Then if you break up, then it's done. You don't know, you lose yourself. And we've seen those kind of relationships where you get into the relationship and then your life revolves around this person. It's always about this. There's nothing about you. There's nothing about your career. There's nothing about your likes and dislikes.
No more friends, no more family, then just that person.
So your purpose is now that person. So if anything happens, or maybe that person can't fill your cup, then you don't know what fills your cup. So you just so I think it's about knowing yourself and getting what drives you and being able to be whole without a partner first.
Yeah, sure. I love that. Another thing I would say, just from you saying being whole, is heal. Heal from past traumas, heal from your childhood traumas, heal from your past relationships, because otherwise you're going to bring all that baggage. We're already bringing a lot, even though you're going to therapy or whatever. But if you don't deal with the things that hurt you in the past, you're going to bleed on the person that you're now with, So I would definitely say maybe go to therapy and just deal with those things and see those triggers. What are those triggers? And I think it's also important to realize that healing is a process. So you don't have to be, the process of healing it's not a destination. You can't say I'm, completely healed. So just be at a point where your past traumas or your childhood traumas or whatever your past relationship did to you will not be projected to the other person. Because if you were a person who was, abused maybe physically in your past relationship, then, and you don't deal with it, maybe if your partner wants to touch you, then it becomes a big issue, and then they don't understand why, this is happening. And also part of healing is also being aware that you need to heal. Because if you're not aware of your past traumas, then you're not aware that other things might trigger this. So I think just also the realization that just get to a point where you feel like anything I need to heal from will not be projected to the other person. So you don't need to be 100%, but at least be on that journey. Or at least just know what triggers you. You know what I mean? Know that, okay, this is a trigger. And you'll probably discover more things that you need to heal from once you're in the relationship. But continue to be on that journey for yourself of healing and becoming whole and so forth.
Yeah. And I think the other thing is avail yourself. That's one thing. I think especially with Christians, because Christians, we tend to think that you'll just pray and then tomorrow when you open the door, Boaz or whatever will be at the door. And some of these things, let's not even be spiritual about it. You need to dress up and go to the mall. Don't go to the mall in your thingy, your
dukes.
Your duke. You don't have to be, dress up, go to things. You don't have to go to Taboo and dance on tables. But at least when there's a young Yana conference, go there. You never know that you'll meet the person there. So just be out there. like even especially now with COVID, where there's no like physical let's say these churches closed and everything is closed, where do you expect to meet, you know, your person? We met on social media. If I didn't have Instagram, we probably wouldn't. So yeah, I'm not saying, you know, I'm not saying become an influencer.
Instagram.
I'm not saying become an influencer and post like, you know, 20,000 pictures in one day, but at least, you know, brand yourself. Like avail yourself. Like go to things, you know, as long as those things don't, you know, affect your spiritual life or they're not against what you believe in. Go like,
and be open to conversation. Like I have friends who are like, yo, somebody send me a DM like delete, block, but you want to get married, like to who, sis? You know what I mean? Like at least like be open to people's conversations as well.
Because if you didn't answer that DM, we wouldn't be here. And you actually tried to ghost me.
Okay, that's a whole other video. But I think I would also say like have fun. So for instance, for me, I used to like go on, I like reading, so I'd go like on coffee dates by myself, just reading. That's my favorite thing. And then I'd go like, I was a part of a running club. Like just have fun, like do things that fill your own cup. Like just don't, I think what I want to say, just if there's one thing that you're taking from this video, take the fact that you don't have to wait to have another person in your life for you to start living. You know, you don't have to wait to get married for you to book that vacation, for you to book that spa date, for you to start running, start doing that. Like you don't have to. So don't wait anymore. Just live life, pray, heal. Do you have anything else?
I think one last thing from me is don't look desperate or don't be desperate. Because it's so unattractive, especially from a male's perspective. I don't know, I can't speak for all males, but maybe from me. We can easily see that someone is desperate.
What do they do?
No, man, like obviously don't, like you can send me a hint, right? Give me hints. Like we need hints, but when your hints start becoming like an everyday thing, like you can go to my old photos on Instagram and like about 5. Then I'll be like, okay, this person is different. Because if someone goes to my Instagram and likes all my old photos, I can see that they're interested. But when it becomes about you commenting on every single post I make, even the most stupidest post I make, you commenting, like you there, you just want to be seen. Then I'm like, nah. So I think don't be desperate. And I think that desperation thing, first you need to be whole, because that's when you know that, okay, I'm worth it. I don't need to go out of my character and do all these things. So
and I think also if you are having that fun, if you are praying, just doing you, then there is no need to be desperate, because you're already like having fun. Like you aren't desperate, so you don't have to look, you won't look desperate. Basically. Babe, I think you should close this one off.
So basically, it's very important. Like I think it's very important to like what you do in the single season, because it's actually a season, because people don't see being single as being a season. It's an important part of your life. And if you're planning on getting married, then, and you want to get married once, obviously that should be the aim, then you'll never have it ever again. So do what fuels you, like work on your career, work on yourself. And when you get into that other season of being with someone, then you're like, oh, I actually used my single season wisely. So I think it's very important to, you know, what you do when you're single. So thank you guys for tuning into this video. We really appreciate you. If you've gotten to like this far into the season, you guys are real ones, okay? We really appreciate that. So please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you're doing in your single season, and let us know what you identify with most. If you're not single, what you did that worked with you that we didn't mention, or what you identified with most that we did mention. We love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Cheers, guys.